All right. Looks like we have our first ever live stream up here. So welcome to the channel. My name is Joel Moore, and what we're going to try to do today is live stream our attempt on the Rogue wheel challenge. So we're going to be filming the challenge at the same time as we're doing the live stream here. So this will be pretty interesting. The main reason for that is that we have to zoom in on the actual scale as we're doing it and take some specific shots with the camera. So the live stream will just be kind of a bonus feature here. I wanted to try it out since I've never seen any of the Rogue challenges actually get live streamed by any contestant yet. So I figured, hey, why not give it a go? So that's going to be kind of the purpose of today's live stream. And then once we complete the challenge here, then we'll also give a few quick shout outs to everyone who made it possible for us to get to this point this year. So, and we'll talk over the overall challenge for the Rogue challenges when we get to the end here. So that'll be kind of the context for it. So 3 or 4 minutes, and we should wrap up this challenge. All right. Get the camera set. I'll try to keep backtracking. All right, that's tracking. Hi, my name is Joel Moore, and I am competing in the Rogue Wheel Challenge for 2022 in the RX division. Nothing on. First, we'll go over all of the equipment we have here. So we've got our line from the post, 8 inches. We have our scale. It's zeroed. 53-pound kettlebell. 53.65. We have our Rogue machined plate. £45.4. And we'll double check its diameter here. Seventeen and a half inches. And zero. Our weight today, 212.7. If you can see. Alright, we've got our bag of chalk here. Starting the timer. Countdown begins. I'll have to check and see how long the total time was on that. Really trying to break 45 seconds, but I don't think we quite got there today. But it sure was. Sure has been a battle this year. So, one of the big things for me, I hired on Ian Daniels with Fortitude Sports Performance this year to help me with my training. I started the year, I had really severe IT band problems still going on, some shoulder issues, quite a bit of just overall wear and tear from years of training. And now, like starting this next year, I'm fully healed up finally. So I'm thinking that this will be the building blocks that we've laid in place to really take this up to the next notch. And then these road contests have just been one of the things I've really looked forward to throughout the year. Being able to get to compete, challenge myself in a variety of strength disciplines. So I think a lot of people, they get really focused on like one thing. They're only CrossFitters, or they're only powerlifters, or they're only into strongman or something like that. I really enjoy getting to compete in a wide variety of modalities of strength, and that's kind of what this contest has meant for me. It's the ability to go out, compete, and see where I line up, stack up against everybody in the world, and that's been really fun. So thanks for joining the live stream. We'll make sure we turn off this one before we use up the entire space on that camera. But we'll be posting that. Check our total time here. Get it up on the Beyond the Whiteboard app and YouTube, and then we'll be able to kind of go from here. I want to kind of make this a thing going into 2023, where for some attempts, not necessarily all, because sometimes we're wanting to kind of see, we don't want to give out all the cards right away, but where possible, I want to try and do a live stream either of a competition like what we did just now today, or just in general. I'm going to be producing a bit more content around DIY projects and for the channel, and also, even live streaming, maximum attempts. So like if I'm going for an all-out deadlift, or I'm going out for all-out squats or things of that nature, I'm going to throw up a live stream in advance and then actually film it live, kind of go into what the build-up's been, what the training's been like coming into it. So that's kind of some of my thoughts for this next year. But anyways, overall contest for Rogue this year has been pretty promising. It's been a very steady progress for me. I would say that like the number one thing that we've had to do as contestants in the overall contest is kind of keep our own spreadsheets up to date on like where the overall standings are versus where Rogue is at. And since we're playing around with this camera today, we're going to try and zoom in. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, so once I saw, last year I came in second, and shout out to my friend Rob for calling me out that second means that you're pretty much last and that you're a loser. So I made sure this year that I didn't come through as a loser. So that was the big part of it. But it's been a very challenging set of contests. Weaknesses were exposed definitely in my training in terms of the max Turkish get up. Definitely one of the harder ones. And then long form modality, kettlebells. I had really not trained with kettlebells leading up to that contest. And I went ahead and purchased, competition level kettlebell just to help with it. I would say that some of the true competition kettlebells, they have a smooth handle, which I understand now really comes in handy because it lets it rotate through your hand without tearing the skin off of you, especially when you're trying to swing it overhead for, a couple hundred repetitions. That one really kind of exposed that long endurance duration event that I've not been accustomed to training. So very, very interesting on that one. Still waiting to see how everything ends up stacking up, because Rogue doesn't close out the overall until after this contest. And then after they do an audit, essentially, of all the prior contests, of all the contestants who are in contention for that top 3 slots for the overall. So we'll see how that plays out. Usually judging doesn't wrap up until mid to late January or even February. But hopefully this year, fingers crossed, go a little quicker. But that's kind of where we're at with the overall. Should be leading around 77 points coming into this contest, and then we'll see how we come out on the back end of this one. But third place, we were leading by over 142 points, so that was critical that we essentially built in this large margin, just because, especially with the men's side, we see a large number of competitors who are specialists coming into each individual contest. So for this plate hold, I anticipate us seeing quite a few professional strongmen. Last year, Rhino Hamla was competing in it, and he put up, in the mid-50s. But one rule he had forgotten was to have his head against the post. It seems silly, but it's a very crucial thing, to Rogue and to all of the competitors that a standard is applied across the board, and it keeps the contests honest throughout the spirit, both in the spirit and in the actual rules of it. So, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on where everything has come full circle here for competing on the Rogue challenges, and where I'm at with my training going into 2023. Specific goals I'm going to be aiming really hard to hit here is I've got to break a 605 deadlift is my goal, or triple body weight, somewhere in that range. Today, weighed in with shoes and everything on at 212, so would need to deadlift right around a 635 pound deadlift to hit triple body weight, but even breaking the 600 pound barrier will be huge for me. 500 plus pound squat, we're aiming to get to 335 to even 355 on bench this year. And then to kind of go into the overall super totals, which not too many people have competed on yet, but I kind of see that we could move in that direction long term from a strength support perspective, is combining powerlifting and weightlifting. So then we'll see what I can get to on my max snatch this year and clean and jerk. So those are going to be kind of my main lifts there. In terms of endurance work, I'm really aiming to break a 6-minute mile this year. I do a lot of hunting. I've been trying to produce a bit more hunting content as well. So long form endurance is another part of my training, where I'll do extended hikes and backpacking of greater than 10 to 20 miles, over a weekend or over a single day, and attempt to do quite a few harder 14ers. We'll probably be running a couple of winter ascents as well this year, coming into January and February. Definitely planning to get in a couple of summits. We'll see what those look like. I've got a hot tent this year, so that's going to play into expanding this realm of adventure type activities as well. So anyways, hope everybody liked it, and we'll chat later.